We will investigate challenges in application security. We will also take a look at sophisticated threats that could happen in different stages of development. And finally, we will explore how to avoid and prevent these and other threats during the entire software development lifecycle. Starting with the challenges in application security. We know that complexity of modern application increases attack surface and security risks. Security is often perceived as an obstacle with the effect of slowing down the development process. There is also lack of security knowledge, especially among junior developers, and lack of communication between security experts and developers. Security threats are becoming more sophisticated and can apply to several aspects at different stages of software development. We will discover where vulnerabilities can be found. For example, in first-party code. This is where our developers commit their code. We can mention, for example, interesting vulnerability called web race condition. Even though this class of vulnerability was already known, the security researcher 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏 recently uncovered the true potential of web race condition attacks, which so far were hidden and hard to exploit. There are also vulnerabilities that come from a bad design choice, such as access leaks, a technique that leverages the design of the web to exfiltrate sensitive data from vulnerable websites, bypassing the browser security mechanism such as the same origin policy. Vulnerabilities can also come from open source software such as LibWebP, a popular open source library for image compression that recently was found to be vulnerable, and many software, including browsers and operating systems, were affected as well. There are also CI/CD security risks. We know that modern software development heavily relies on automation to respond to customer requirements, which can evolve and rapidly change, but CI/CD pipelines themselves can also introduce new security risks if not properly secured, such as poison pipeline execution or dependency chain abuse. So the question is, how can we avoid and prevent these and other threats in software development? First of all, we need to integrate in security from the early stages of the software development by performing several tasks such as security design, threat modeling, and we need to do this before starting to write any code. Then we need to seamlessly integrate automation and security tools such as SAST, DAST, and SCA during the implementation phase in order to prevent and detect potential security risks before the vulnerable code can reach the production. Finally, we need to develop security culture company-wide by improving the communication and sharing knowledge between the security and the development teams. We will break down all of these areas. And if you want to know more about security risks and secure development best practices, check our upcoming security program.